Yeah.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
I think that most people get emotional when the year ends and the new year is coming.
When it comes to the end of the year, you notice the gyms are kind of empty. Come January, the New Year resolution to everybody is hammering down.
Something happens, like you said, around January. There's something called reality that sets in.
So in short, some people have even just kicked the whole New Year resolution thing aside because they just realized that I'm not able to actually go through with what I said I was going to do for a New Year.
And the resolution can be done anytime.
True.
It cannot be at the start of the year. You can resolve just today now. I am not going this way anymore.
There be certain things that are way beyond you, and it starts when you don't get to do them. It takes a chip at your self-esteem, and that's why people start having this notion as if, I'm not capable of. Sometimes it's not really that you're not capable of as much as you have not understood yourself.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. By Victor and Casey.
Every year, New Year resolution.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
So Happy New Year comes with New Year resolutions.
Yeah.
New goals. What I want to stop doing and what I want to start doing. This year, no time for bullshit. In fact, from this year, this is what is going to start happening, right? So that's a regular mantra.
Yeah, and I think the thing is that most times by January 31st, some of those things will drop, and it's a thing that just continues. So in short, some people have even just kicked the whole New Year resolution thing aside because they just realized that I'm not able to actually go through with what I said I was going to do for a New Year. So,
Right.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, I think that most people get emotional when the year ends and the new year is coming.
Yeah.
So there's something in their head that says this year is a desire.
It's a desire. It's valid.
Yeah.
A valid desire.
Desire. This year, I'm going to quit this. This year, I want to make $1 million. This year, I want to make $10 million. Because, of course, they saw or they heard that a company next door made $1 million. So this year, I'm going to strive to make $1 million. I'm going to write 3 books. I'm going to read every day, read 1 book or 2 books every month. Because they heard Victor read 33 books, right? So they copy sometimes. They copy, they're emotional, they in the beat to be better, to do better, to...
Which is a good thing.
Which is good.
It's a good thing.
Which is good. But something happens, like you said, around January, there's something called reality that sets in. And guess what? A resolution is just something that you resolve in your mind to do. And the resolution can be done anytime.
True.
It cannot be at the start of the year. You can resolve just today now. I am not going this way anymore.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I think that people do not pay very much attention to setting the year right. I feel that they are emotional about it. I feel that it is not coming from a deep place. It's not coming from their core. It is just next year, I'm not going to go there again. Next year, I'm not going to do this again. And
then life
by February, man,
we are back to square one.
Back to square.
When it comes to the end of the year, you notice the gyms are kind of empty. You come January, the New Year resolution to everybody is hammering down. And then by February, the gym is looking like December again. And, that keeps happening. And it's just like you said, it's emotional. It's emotional. These are desires. However, there is a different level, which is commitment. And commitment is not even by saying as much as by doing.
Right.
So I think it's even a question of character development. A thing of, making decision. If my word is my bond, I have to follow through with whatever I say. And also I think the thing is sometimes we even overwhelm ourselves with these things, with these desires. So I'll just give an instance. Somebody feels he's way back, he's way behind in life.
Right.
And he now sets certain goals to push himself to a particular level just in the next year. And at some point he can, because life will keep happening. So at some point he can get overwhelmed. However, if he looks at it like a journey kind of, and have a picture of where he wants to be, he's now able to break them down. Okay, this is what I will do. Sometimes the next year there are just certain things you probably need to put in shape that helps to. You want to create a what Jim Collins would call a flywheel. You want to set a system, not just the goals, because it is the system, the daily lifestyle that will finally get you to whatever you want. But if you try to overwhelm yourself, you want to make this happen in 1 year, there's this perfection mindset. It probably might not work. Most times it doesn't, because life will happen. Life doesn't just tell you that, okay, I see your goals. They are valid. Or let's make them happen. No, that's not what life will tell you. Life would come at you with different things. It's you that now has to fight. You have to fight by the systems you create, by curating your environment.
Right.
But I mean, this is, it's easier said than done.
Very, very easier said.
Yes.
And there's this saying that talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap, my brother.
The real deal is action.
Action.
Yeah. In the last comments that you made, I hear something. I see that a lot of people do not set realistic goals.
Realistic goals.
Yeah, they are very hard on themselves in the bid to perform, in the bid to succeed and to push themselves.
Yeah.
They sometimes put themselves. They bite more than they can chew.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that also leads to a lot of goals not being achieved. That leads to a lot of resolutions not being met, or So those are the things I think that give rise to some of the things that you have said. But very importantly, to give like a guide, concerning New Year mantras and New Year resolutions. I think that one of the first things that is important is taking stock.
Yeah.
Doing a review.
Yeah.
Doing a review. Back in the days where we're in the bank, there's a process that we usually undertake every day.
Okay.
It's called
every day.
It's called a call-over. So as much as it looked routine, you find out that process was I used to call it a very key process. It was a 7-pointer. Like, it just dismantles everything. So a call over is simply the process of you calling over, going through all the transactions you did for the day.
Okay.
So as an operations staff, when you post transactions, post into customers' accounts or post from customers' accounts, a call over is that process whereby you check all the things you have done, one after the other.
Yeah.
Check if you use the right codes, check if you sent to the right account, check if your narration was
on point. Okay.
According to what you were given. So at the end of the day, if you have called over properly, if there are errors, if there are mistakes, you would see them.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we'll give a call over report.
Okay.
That the call over has been done. However, I realized XYZ, XYZ.
Okay.
So that is supposed to help you if you make a mistake before the auditor, or before some other person, your supervisor or superior, sets his eyes on that thing, that call over report is supposed to throw it out.
Okay.
So, bringing it to today's context, I think that people should take time and run through the previous year, the current year. They should call over that year.
Yes.
January, February, March. All of the things I said I was going to do, how did I fare?
Yeah. And what stopped me?
Thank you.
What were the things that kept me from actually achieving these things?
What were my challenges? What my wins?
Yeah.
What were the things that I did right?
Yes.
So that just helps you to see what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, the things that distracted you, the things that weighed you down, the things that strengthened you, that pushed you, and all of that. Yeah. It just gives you a picture of how
the pattern.
Thank you.
The pattern. You have to understand your pattern.
Thank you.
Because it's only by understanding your pattern that you can really set a strategy for the future.
That's it.
If you don't, just like you said in the call, if you don't understand what is happening, I talked about systems.
Right.
And system is a pattern. And if you look at it, if you can't evaluate your pattern and see how you got to where you are, I mean, you'd probably be, you'd not be fair or telling yourself the truth when it comes to whatever you want to do for the future.
Right.
You'd probably be setting things that are way beyond you, and it starts when you don't get to do them. It takes a chip at your self-esteem, and that's why people start having this notion as if, I'm not capable of. Sometimes it's not really that you're not capable of as much as you have not understood yourself. You have not understood your system. You have not understood certain things in order to be able to start molding yourself into the right pattern and the right strategy and system that will get you the results you are going after. So I think what you said is quite important.
Right.
Yeah, it's quite important that we are able to look back, self-reflect.
That's it.
Take stock of what has happened. And more importantly, there's this quote, a friend of John D. Rockefeller who said some time ago, he said, "I am always content, but never satisfied."
I'm always content.
I'm always content, but never satisfied. And it brings us to, that mindset of gratitude. Because another thing also, I think we can get very entitled in life. And so when I mean entitled is, the feeling that, I deserve this, I'm supposed to get this, this was supposed to happen, this person was supposed to do, we just feel like life owes us something, and before you know anything, if you take that energy, you become less resourceful in life. Because in your mind, you are not going to be, you won't be able to figure out things easily because you always want things to be done for you without really knowing that that's what your mind is looking like. So the reason behind this taking stock and being grateful and what I just said about being content is wherever you are, accept it, appreciate it, be grateful for it. Doesn't mean that you are going to stay there.
Right.
But if you can't appreciate where you are, if you're not grateful for the journey of wherever you are and taking full responsibility, always knowing that I am where I am because of me. If you want to put the excuse to anybody, then there's a problem. But if you are going to be willing to take full responsibility that I am where I am in life because of me, let's leave all this, all the other little talks.
Because of my decisions, because of my actions, because of my choices.
Yes.
Because of my choices.
Yes. If you knew better, you would do better. So it means that there is a call to know better if you want to do better.
That's it.
Yes.
That's
so
it.
in a case where you want to, you shouldn't be satisfied. Because I've seen some people who try to play the idea that they say just be content in life. It's okay. Just be happy with what life, the blood flowing in you, that which created you did not make you to be satisfied. It told you to subdue. This is probably in the biblical terms. But as far as there is life in man should keep on aspiring to be more of what he should keep on aspiring to be what he can be. He should just say, okay, it's done. I mean, if you look around the world, no matter how the top people, wherever, they did it till the end. Till there was no life in them, they kept on pushing the limits. So it's really I don't want to say it's a balance, but it's a perspective. And just like you said, that we have to reflect, we have to understand ourselves. And why are we doing that? One, to be grounded, to be grateful, to understand our pattern in order to now guide how we are moving forward. Very, very important.
How to position
yourself.
Position.
Yes, because it boils down to systems,
Absolutely right. There's something I want to latch on from what you have said. Gratitude. I think that a lot of people downplay gratitude.
Yeah.
I think that because of the expectation or the entitlement.
Yes.
We take things for granted.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I want to advise is that we state out the things that we are grateful for.
Very key.
Right? What are you grateful for? As we are shutting down the year or as the year is ending, right? You ask yourself, what are the things that I have been grateful for this year? Life, health, roof over your head, your
family, siblings. Even if the siblings that are annoying you, it's still part of it.
You have. Some people don't have.
Some people don't have. Do you understand? So
the Ubers, the keke napep,
everything.
Because some niggas walk.
Yeah.
Do you know that when this year started? I don't know if you remember when, as soon as that pump price was increased.
My brother.
Do you know that people were walking?
People
were literally like, they would go leg am.
Okay, no leg am now. Where the money did too?
They legged it for a minute.
Yeah, they had to.
Right, so.
Also,
you
see, even in gratitude, I always say, it's one thing to be grateful for the good things. Don't neglect the challenges. To be grateful that you went through the challenges, especially you are now where you are. Because what challenges can do for you is to help you grow. Most times, and that's the thing about having a mindset of gratitude, is that if we have that mindset of gratitude, in dealing with challenges, we know that these too shall pass. But very importantly is that I need to be a better person beyond this challenge when I get through this thing. Because everything, it's capacity building. You'd see who you are, what you can deal with. You meet somebody that whatever you feel is that thing that can take, what you're dealing with and that thing can take your life just because of the worry and everything. Somebody is dealing with it every day as normal. It's not a big deal to the person. Why? The person has gone through the development, been in that system, built the capacity, and so it's a normal thing. So to whom much is given, much is expected. And that means that you have to keep trying as much as possible to evolve. And as you grow, life gives you more. And you have to always look at it as a custodian. So what am I saying is, in being grateful, do not neglect the challenges you went through. Be grateful no matter what it is. I even say it talking about young men. Somebody got a heartbreak this year. Like a lot. I'm saying somebody, but a lot of people.
Absolutely.
There are people who, the way they approach it, a heartbreak that has happened to them, the way they deal with it probably would change the course of their lives for even the worse. Some, that would be the evolution. That would be, I'll tell young men, I say, if you're able to get heartbreak early, it's good.
So that you can...
Yes. For your head to calm down, do you understand? For you to understand that, man, when they say babies think the world revolve around them, certain things need to happen to you. I feel in my own, for you to get grounded, to know, say, you did part of us for this life. It's not about, that these things happen. And it makes you wiser on dealing with life. It's not for you to get bitter. It's not for you to get bitter. So, somebody has gone through that and it's now like, oh, women are this. Even for ladies too, having that situation with a guy, heartbreak and everything. And you reflecting in looking at the past and everything, looking at that situation, it's also for you to self-evaluate yourself and stand with yourself with truth in the sense, where did I go wrong? What were my issues? What were the decisions? What led here? And it could really be that you were just with somebody who was, whatever it is. But the key is whatever you go through, be wiser for tomorrow, so that the next relationship, you are even picking better. Because I've heard people say, I was unfortunate, I didn't know. It's because if it was that important to you, every single thing concerning picking a mate, you're going to take it very serious. And it comes from your lessons, your journey in life. That is what will lead you to, enjoy. So there's just a lot, but the goal is gratitude, self-reflection, looking at the challenges in life, all that. These are what makes you grow. Don't run away from them. Embrace them. Those are the crosses of life. It is what it is. And if you are able to, step out from that whole thing, that whole chaos, you definitely would grow and deal with things even better.
That's right. That's right. Great stuff. So when we have reflected and we're grateful for our wins, our losses, the highs and the lows, what do you think would be the next line of action for people as we transit into a new year? How do we curate our goals? How do we curate our body language so that we can achieve some of the things that we want to achieve? How do we navigate
these things?
To have a good start, right? To have a good start. So one of the things I have realized is that, just like I said, a lot of people set goals or come up with resolutions based on what they saw from other people, based on a desire. Sometimes it is not well thought out. Sometimes it is not strategic. So my thinking is that people need to, first of all, understand themselves
first
and where they are going. Right? If you know where you're going in life, if you have a picture.
I think that's the fundamental.
If you have a picture of where you're going in life and what your purpose is, you now start to come up with things that would aid that picture that you have seen.
Navigating towards that.
And what happens is that your mind, your soul, everything is aligned.
It's in alignment.
That's it.
Yes.
It's in alignment.
Yes, you'll know. You'll know.
So I think that this needs to be sorted.
First.
So that you can now say, in the year 2026, in my business life, this is where I'm headed. Tying it to what the overall
The overarching goal
is.
Yes.
This is where I want to be in my finances. This is where I want to be in my relationships.
Yeah.
This is where I want to be in XYZ.
Yeah.
You know, so if there's a goal, you find out that it's easier to curate what this part of what role this year will be playing through that goal.
So that's, you just said it. The role this I can't remember. You see what you just said now?
It's huge, isn't it?
It's huge.
It is.
Why is it huge?
Yeah.
It is huge because you said what 2026, the role 2026 is playing.
That's it.
So it's 2026 is not the end of it all, because it's almost like, oh, if this doesn't happen, you know, like, but you know that, okay, 2026 has a role to play in the ultimate goal. So you gradually start, you know, and you're even flexible, because you can straitjacket yourself. Oh, this must, no. You have to be open to opportunities, open to what comes, because you don't know what is coming in front in 2026, but the ability to navigate yourself to ensure that the theme behind 2026, in line with the ultimate goal, is well structured.
That's it.
You know?
That's it. That's it.
It's not an end of it all. Do you understand?
That's it.
And you can push in 2026, and 2026 does not yield ultimately.
Yeah,
you go to 2027, rejig it, and
ensure that you lock it in.
But what you see, what really gives, you said it well, what really gives the satisfaction and the steadiness in going on this journey is the clarity of that ultimate goal.
That's it.
Because if not, you are struggling with today. You are just, it's your head. You're just running around like a chicken. They have cut off his head, you know. But when there's an ultimate goal, you can always review. In 6 months, you look, okay, based on what
where are we? Yeah.
Where am I? Do you understand? Because there's something in the front you're looking at. But if you don't have that, you are going to be under serious pressure. You try to copy from this person, you move here, you do that.
Yeah. I've stopped doing this one, I started that, and that's what happens. Yeah.
And guess what? There is a place for that. There is a time for that. At your early years, as you are growing, there is that fact that you probably would not know what it is. But in your experience in life, or as a teenager, early 20s, you should be thinking about that. What is my life about? What am I trying to, you know, what's going to be my purpose? What am I going after in this life? What is it going to be for me? At some point, you should have that and start going. Because it's not saying that, oh, at 10 years or at whatever year you have that, but you have to start thinking about that if you don't have it. If not, what will keep happening is that every year, you keep on running about with whatever society is saying it's what it should be. You know, so see, this is happening this year. You start running that line.
Yeah.
By the end of next year, you start running this line. And before you know anything, you're exhausted. You're exhausted. You never get satisfied, content. I know that, yes, you know, never, but the point is you are never content. You don't have the grounding, you know. So, I think it was Stephen Covey that said, begin with the end in mind.
Begin with the end,
in mind. Yes,
Stephen Covey. Begin with the end in mind.
You know, seven habits of highly effective people.
Seven habits.
And I would go so far to say, if you don't have that end in mind,
they should not make goals.
See, use this year to find it. If that is what is the ultimate thing that will happen at the end of the year.
That's it.
Because you know the problem is this, that going into a year, it looks like, man, I need to achieve a lot. But if you look at it 5 years back, 5 years ago, imagine if you sacrifice that year for just finding that direction. And then the next years, you started throttling towards it.
Moving.
You make more progress than you kept on gallivanting from here to here. The years are going, your age is going, you're getting tired.
That's it.
So we have to look at life that's why they say always have a long-term perspective in life. There's a point you get to in life and you have to start looking at things from a long-term perspective, because how do you even start knowing that it's like I've lost my way? There's still something Covey said. He said, the problem is you have to be able to know, is the ladder leaning on the right wall? Do you understand? When as you are climbing and you're going, you have to be able to look and say, okay, am I? But how do you know if you have not figured out
where you're going,
exactly
what it looks like?
That's why you can be climbing very fast on the wrong path. My brother. Climbing very fast. Running. Running. Only for one day you wake up and realize
I've just been playing.
I've just been playing with myself.
I've been playing.
Meanwhile, you saw the guy that years ago, I mean, you probably are doing your PhD. For people to sacrifice the year to do some of all those things is a person who has thought it through, looked at the future.
That this aligns with where I'm going to.
Yes. If not, somebody will look at that bag. I don't have the time to waste in.
Yeah.
But the truth is, does it align? What you're doing, is there an alignment?
With where you're going.
Yes. And that's why I'm saying that I always say it, I said sometimes if you need to use a year
to think through. I say one of my mentors went on retreat. He said he went on retreat for 6 months.
Correct. You see?
So, very powerful. He said that he was successful in over 10 businesses that he was doing, that he was successful in it. But that he had a call. His spirit was unsettled for something more.
Do you understand?
So it took him 6 months to isolate.
Just stop first.
6 months.
My brother.
Remove leg.
Step away from the gas.
Remove hand. Remove everything. Just so that he was all by himself to internalize and know the next direction. That is very powerful because it takes time to think.
It's the most difficult thing for man is thinking.
It takes time
to think.
For you to think well.
We're not talking of worrying, because I think one of the things we're very good is we worry.
Thinking.
But thinking, exploring an idea, thinking, going deep, pushing it. Bring pen to paper, analyzing things.
Pushing it. It takes time.
It takes time.
And it took that long for him to come out from that zone or that state to now take a deep dive. And start to move in a certain direction. So this is so powerful. And I think that as we step into the year, I think that this is very crucial because if there's no connection to that goal, if it doesn't resonate with your core,
that's what they call authenticity. If it's not in alignment, it's not authentic.
Yes, you just find out that by February. You have
your energy out. So that's it.
You have gassed out.
Because it's not in alignment
with what you're like. One thing I just even come and just take you away.
Off tangent.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be going to Lagos. You don't go Sokoto.
Take you away. So another very important thing is that I think that we need to create balance. Balance. Because I see that some people wake up and say, this is the direction, this is what we want to achieve in the new year. And it might just be in a part of their life. And the other part of their life
suffering
are in chaos.
Yes, sir.
The other part of their life is without looking at those parts. That place is not part of their life. For example, you say, okay, this year I want to build my finances, and the only thing you're building is your finances. The only thing you're chasing is your finances. What happens to your health? What happens to your family life? What happens to your relationship life? What happens to other aspects of your life?
And before you know anything, the finances are now there. One sickness, your health. So how are you enjoying that thing you're talking about.
Right.
It's perspective. You have to have that. That's why you talked about the balance, the holistic perspective. Yes, you might not give the same energy you're giving to one thing as other things, but it's always going to be a dance. There are times when, yes, okay, I'm giving probably business, finances more time than this for a period in time. There's a period where, but there are. I think it's a lifestyle weaving. You know, you face a day, and a day you have the full day, and I mean, so for instance, when it comes to health, sometimes you don't need to go and overwork yourself in the gym or all that every day. You can build to get there. But sometimes all you need to do is to start something. Start something. You could be walking around in your neighborhood. It could be whatever it is, depending on your goal or depending on what you feel is important as regards your health, you have to start something. I always tell people, when I walk, I say, go to the gym first. And if you have paid for the gym, Abi,
just go there.
Go there and sit down for that first day. Just go and see that place. Don't do anything. Just go there, talk to the gym people, just
see the programs they are doing.
You understand? Don't
feed your eyes.
Don't feed your eyes. That's the only thing that you probably need to do that day.
Right.
First, go into that.
It can even take you a week.
My brother, if that's what it needs to be okay. Because you see, like we're saying, if you're looking at it from a long-term perspective, you understand that it is a thing you are going to build. Compound effect will happen.
That's it.
There's a period when you start from, so you now start going to do something. You could be just walking on the treadmill and listening to something for just even 10 minutes, whatever. It could just be little stretches. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to retweak your system to adjust itself, to bring this attitude.
Yeah.
This habit into your system where it becomes a thing that when I wake up, my mind starts telling me to go to the gym. That, guy, this is our system. Now, how far? Are we going to the gym? You go there. That's what you want to first of all achieve. When you have achieved that, then you start building on it. You go to the gym and see somebody who is spending 1 hour there and everything, and you're wondering, but people are different. And I'm saying that sometimes you need to build momentum one step at a time, compound everything. But guess what? Without that long-term perspective, you always be under pressure. It's like, no, this week I need to carry all the iron. I need to start. Get overwhelmed. But when you have a long-term perspective, you are able to, just like a vehicle, just like an aeroplane, know where you need to build, and then it will take off. And less energy at some point.
Yeah.
So you wake up, your system is set. You know where you need to go.
Right.
If it is relationship with your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, you put them in the picture, start building something gradually. It's playing out. So you have weaved a habit that is helping you. And that's the thing I talked about systems, that it's always better when you look at the long-term perspective to work on systems and use goals as landmarks. Because if not, you would just like you're saying, if you don't have that, you're always under the pressure that by March I should have done this.
You gas out.
Meanwhile, one dude is just taking it easy, and you look at him after 2 years and you see where the guy has
slow and steady. Slow and steady.
And also, there's this thing where people say, don't look at other people, and I think nature has made us social beings.
Right.
And it's really all about what looking around does to you. So I'd say in a line, there's a continuum between jealousy and inspiration. So I could look at somebody's life and I am more of jealous of that, envious of that. It's disrupting me. I'm not comfortable and all that. And it's about perspective, because I can still look at that person and I feel more of inspiration. It's the same situation. It's really about perspective. And also, in being grounded, I know when this is this person's lane, it's not my lane. It's a good thing this person's doing, but it's not me, it's not my thing. But how do I know that if I don't know myself? That's why everything that is happening around me can put me on pressure. Why? Because I've not known my own true north. I've not known where I am going to. I don't know where my ladder is really leaning. I'm climbing, get exhausted, I'm copying here, looking here.
It can be overwhelming. Yeah, it can be overwhelming. So it's important that several aspects of our lives, we sit down and say, as we're getting into the year, we want to curate some kind of goal.
Yeah.
Have a vision of where you want to be in all those areas.
Yeah.
And start to decide,
yes,
this year, this is what we want to fix. So you do that for every area of your life so that no area suffers. So that no area suffers, so that you are improving on all sides. You are a whole human. Whole human.
Yes.
Every area is receiving some level of growth, some kind of movement. Because if you fail in one area, it can affect some of the areas where you have asserted a lot of energy. So it is very crucial that these things be put in perspective to ensure that we excel, we exceed, and that we grow.
That we thrive.
We thrive generally. So I think that this would help a great deal in the process of transition to a new year or a new season.
A new season. You can look at it as a new season in your life.
Yeah. So it is what it is, actually. It is what it is. So in closing, what words or what do you have to share in closing as we start to transit? What will be what you want our listeners to take away from you as we transit to a new year?
I think if you ask me, I would say people are all they're all in different areas, there are different levels, but I'll say one of the most important thing is to ground yourself in yourself. Yes.
Ground yourself in yourself.
Come back to you. Authenticity. Be you. Come to who you really are. Pay attention to who you really are. And let it guide where you are
where
going
you're headed.
To. Yes. And as much as possible, you have to always try to begin with the end in mind, because it's not a trivial thing. You want something that pulls you than you struggling to chase something. You want something that you are looking at that is drawing you. You know that this is an ideal. This is the picture. This is what you're going after, what you want to create, who you are trying to become. And that will guide everything you are doing and help you that you don't fall into things that are not necessary. If you don't know where you are going to, if you don't know who you are becoming, that's where you can get distracted with a lot of things. So it's important, like you said, as far as, I think very importantly, you said something, what role is this year playing in the grand scheme of things? I think it's a mindset to have that, okay, this year, maybe looking at it like, will I say like a tool, or, like a gift that is given to you that you're trying to use in going to where you're going. Yes, the ultimate goal. So, know when you need to run, know when you need to walk, be contented, be appreciative of where you are, but ensure that your life is moving towards where you want to go. I think that's very important, so that you're not struggling with a lot of depression, struggling with a lot of mind game. And the more, so this is another part, even for, young men, young women, even older men, older women. The clearer your vision is, the easier it is for the relationships you have. As a man, as a woman, everything, the clearer when it's what you're trying to go after, once you have an idea of your vision, it's easy, even if you're not married, it's easy for you to even know the kind of person you want to go with on that journey. But if you don't know, if you don't have it, you just keep running up and down, creating drama, doing macho man and all that, The same thing with a woman. So I think it's important that if you don't have that, you need to work on that. Now, if you have that, you have to also see your life as a gift. Nature is demanding something from all of us. Yes, we're in Nigeria, and it's looking like, things
there are too many challenges.
Challenges are not, no. There are gaps. There are gaps. If you go to the hospital, there are gaps there. Doctors,
patients.
A lot of
gaps.
things. Yes, there are gaps. We have to look at whatever we're trying to do as a moral obligation for life. And so if we change how we see our role in life, so it could be that, okay, even the people who are the people who are shooting the podcast, for instance, and they understand their role in making sure that they do great work because of the value that this will contribute. So it's not just but they get to understand the impact that this does. It changes how we deal with things, and it also elevates our capacity to deal with stress. So I think at the end of the day, for me, it's really about perspective, knowing yourself,
staying authentic.
Authenticity. I think that's very important.
Staying authentic is huge. I've learned from that. In fact, I'm going to be more authentic personally as we go into the new year. So you have heard it all. Personally, this conversation has been a learning moment. So just as we have said, let's take time to take stock. Call over, be grateful for what we have achieved so far and what God has done. Whilst we start to ask ourselves very powerful questions. What has the new year? What role has the new year?
Is this new year going to
play in the grand scheme of events?
Yes.
What role is the new year going to play in your life? What role is 2026 going to play in your life? So
26, it could be any year, because even when you take up this video next year.
So that's why I said which year? This year.
Whichever.
What role would this year play in the grand scheme?
Yes.
So if you don't have a grand scheme,
you have to find
you're going to look for a grand scheme.
Yes.
And a grand scheme can be a vision.
Yes.
A grand scheme can be where you're headed. What your goal is. Your purpose,
whatever
your goal, whatever it is.
Yes, something has to.
So that's the grand scheme. So the new year is just tell yourself, in this year, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have a degree. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to learn a skill. I'm going to start. That brings us to our next episode. I'm going to learn a skill. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. So just make up your mind that as you transit into the year, it will not be like the other years. You would make sure that you achieve something, that you move in different areas of your life. Don't focus on one area. Make sure that it is holistic. Make sure that there's a balance. So that overall you're growing. Whenever you go to the gym, they tell you make sure that you're training all parts of your body. So that some parts are not suffering.
So that people doesn't.
You understand? Some people are training their the upper part of your body while their legs are suffering. Or some people are training their legs and the other parts are suffering. So it's important that everything is holistic. So that it it is grand.
Something came to my mind. But
Yeah,
just
it is gone back.
it's gone. It's
Apologies. I should have let you. I should have let you.
If it doesn't fall out.
Yeah,
next
before
time
we go. Yeah, so
that's fine.
that is what it is. As you know, this is your boys, Victor and Casey, and it is
What it is.
what it is.
Life.
Next time we are coming with something powerful, something that is going to change, move you, and push you to where you want to be. But until we come back your way, please stay fired up, stay glam, stay on point, stay sharp, stay. There's one other word, but I ain't gonna use it.
Don't drop the mic, brother.
Don't drop the mic.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. By Victor and Casey.